Alright, I should have did, this on speaker because it's a little distorted. I didn't think about it. Oh wait, that's wrong. This one, and this one. I'm not sure what this other one is. But anyway, those are from today. Oh, okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here . One hour and 19 minutes. Okay, so 1 hour and 19 minutes divided by 3, so that'd be 60, 70, 80. So 25 cents, give or take. Duration. Should be perfect. Oh, it's a little longer than that. Perfect. And then I'll attach this to that. But yeah, basically, I had a situation. Let's see if you can hear this. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, you can't hear it because I'm recording, I think. Alright, well, we'll find out. Anyhow, so basically, he told me yesterday afternoon, I didn't even look at it last night when I got stopped, that I had to do a drug test. I didn't get it until this morning. But anyhow, I have to go to the yard in order to do the drug test. Well, I'm not even close to the yard yet. I'll be there in 4 hours. So I called safety to let them know I'll be there in 4 hours because I'm not taking a chance of getting fucked, you know. I know this random isn't really a random. They're giving me a random because I put in my 2 weeks notice. And they're looking for a reason to say that I'm a bad person, you know. I just had a random last month or two. You know, we've got several hundred, if not 1,000 drivers with this company. Chances of me coming up on a random twice in a row, 2 months in a row or whatever, is like slim to none. So, you know, when you start having problems with the dispatcher, or you're about to quit and they pop you for a random, that's a red flag for the company. That's a red flag for the company. You know, here I put in my 2 weeks notice, boom, they're gonna give me another random. It's like, wait a minute. I mean, I'll pass, I don't give a shit, you know, but it's like they're looking for something. They're looking for dirt. They're looking for something to say, oh, you know, whatever. And the fact that, and I'm not putting this on Ben, you know, I put this more on the company, but the fact that, you know, they tell me that I got to go do a random, and then they say, oh, never mind, forget the random, you know, we can come back and do that another day. That is another red flag, because legally, when you're notified that you have a random, you have to go do it as soon as possible. Now, when I worked for this other company that tried to jack me over, I basically had a 2-hour window. They told me about it at the last minute. I basically barely had time to get to the customer. I was in LA, it was rush hour traffic. They knew that it was slim pickings that I would get there on time. And I did. I barely got there in time to do that drug test. And they did it to me on purpose. I know they did. But anyhow, they waited till the last minute, gave me a 2-hour window. Boom. And then they turned around and accused me of refusing to take the drug test. But luckily, I kept the paperwork. I've kept the paperwork for all my drug tests in the past at least 20 years, maybe. I've got every single one. And especially after that incident happened in 2001, 2002. I think it happened in 2002. So it happened 20 years ago. And especially since then, I've saved every single drug test, just in case something like this happens again, right? So, yeah. Now, I just was aware of it, but he said, let me go back here. Before I forget, you have been selected for a random drug screen. Please go to the yard after dropping the trailer so we can deal with that first. Okay? So, I have no choice. I was notified that I need to do this, so I need to do it no matter what. Even though they changed their mind, even though I have proof that they changed their mind. Oh, never mind, he says. Skip the drug test today. Might be too tight to make for next load. We'll do it another day. Technically, they're right. You can do it another day if you trust the people you're working for. They know they basically know at the beginning of the month who they have for randoms, and you have till the end of the month to get all your randoms filled. I worked for another employer that was kind of a criminal employer, and he basically would call us up. Everybody of course he only had like a dozen people working for him, so it was easy, right? And with that company, I got picked for random more often because, well, one, I was clean. Half his drivers were not clean. So they would replace me for or some of the other drivers half the time to go do a drug test to keep their other drivers under the radar. But DOT, I think, selects your drivers for their randoms now, where they didn't used to. You were in charge of doing it, you know. But then when situations like that criminal employer happened,
rest area 5.5 miles.
You know, then they were like, okay, we need to be a little bit more controlling about this, you know. So now I think the government controls who gets randoms. However, you know, the company can still randomly select people that they want to go get drug tested for whatever reason. I used to be a safety guy out in the oil field, and so basically the government would give us people that they wanted us to go do randoms, but occasionally people would opt to go do a random as well, so that they can fill any voids, you know, like supervisors, managers, people that we knew were clean. So there were still loopholes. I don't remember the exact loopholes, but there were still loopholes where supervisors and managers who were clean could go take the drug tests. Say, for example, that guy quit. You know, they had to fulfill their quota. Oh, so-and-so's quit, so this person's going to fill the quota. You know, type of thing. Now, that person may still be working there, but, you know, they could say that they quit and then came back, you know, type of thing. I don't know. Anyhow, but yeah, when I was working in the oil field, they said that I could give these people a bigger window. I typically gave them a 2-hour window or a 4-hour window, you know, but oftentimes they would procrastinate, and then they would complain to my boss that I only gave them a 4-hour window to go get their drug test. And according to the law, we're only supposed to give them 2-hour notice. You know, you're not supposed to give them too much notice to where they can go get cleaned up in time in order to go get the drug test. They want you to drug test as quickly as possible. You know, if the government could get away with it, they'd give us less of a window. You know, so here I was notified to take the drug test. Technically, yeah, I got till the end of the month, but I'm quitting, and I don't think I actually popped up on the random DOT random. I think they threw me in the mix because, oh, he's quitting, let's drug test him. You know, do I have proof of that? No. Will I ever have proof of that? No. But 9 times out of 10, that's what's going on. So, because I've been on both sides of the deal, you know, I've seen, I've been out here for 25 years plus. You know, my family, it's, you know, this is a family tradition. I grew up in trucking, and I've been doing trucking since like 1995. And I just got another message. Oh, it's from my stock group. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So I'm not taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance. And if something like this happens to you, I don't think Ben is a problem. You know, maybe he's being innocent. He thinks, oh, you got plenty of time. We got till the end of the month to take care of this. You know, you got 2 weeks before you leave. We could do it, you know, in the next 2 weeks, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I ain't taking that chance. I ain't taking a chance. So I was told I got to do a random. I'm going to go do the random ASAP. Otherwise, I could be accused of refusing to take said drug test. And then that goes against my record. Fuck that shit. CYOA. CYOA. You know, unless you got something to hide, you better go do that drug test as fast as possible. As fast as possible. Don't let nobody either fuck you or put you in a situation where they could fuck you. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make this video, put this video together, and, yeah. Okay, bye.
Hello. No offense, I just don't trust people. I barely made the window of a drug test with the prior company before I quit, and they put on my DAC report that I refused to take a drug test, and I had to go to court threatening to sue them and all kinds of stuff to prove that I did in fact take said drug test that they said that I refused to take. So I'm not taking that chance again. But yeah, we'll get it done as quick as possible, and yeah, we'll do what we can do. But I can't put my career at risk over something like this, because I don't know what the corporate's gonna do, you know. So, all right, cool. Thank you. All right, bye.
A few moments later.
Alright, I was proofing the video and I realized I left something out in my commentary. That criminal employer I was working for, he would call me up and say, okay, you got selected for a random. I was like, alright, where do you want me to go? He goes, well, you got a whole month. You know, he would know at the beginning of the month when or who was selected for the randoms. Of course, back then, like I said, he can manipulate that list, and he still can to a degree. But
Speed warning. Speed warning.
anyways, when he called me up, he'd say, you know, you're selected for a random. You got a whole month. You know, I'm like, well, I'm ready now. Let's do it now. He's like, well, you got a whole month. You know, so I was like, whatever. But you know, he would give his drivers a whole month to get clean and then go do their drug test, depending on what drugs they were on. Me, I didn't have to worry, so he had me go do drug tests quite a bit. But because I was probably his cleanest driver. But yeah, you're not supposed to give them very much time. Once they are notified, they're supposed to be there ASAP to get that drug test done. Now that criminal employer could have screwed me if I would have waited too long to do my drug tests. And maybe that was, you know, his plan. He never did it to me. But maybe that was his plan, you know. It's like he would use that as blackmail, like I was, you know, just listening to or watching a video on Epstein, where basically Epstein was part of the whole global government conspiracy theory crap, and part of his job was to get blackmail on these people so that the higher-ups can control said people. So not only did they, you know, do child trafficking and all that stuff, they were also using it to blackmail certain people that wanted to participate in said thing. So you always have to be careful who you're doing business with, because you never know who's doing what to blackmail you. always CYOA. Always CYOA as much as possible. Because, you know, if you're doing something shady or they're doing something shady and you go along with it, they can use that to blackmail you. You know, so like this employer was giving us a whole month to do our drug test. If I would have waited a whole month to do my drug test, he could have potentially used that as blackmail against me. But I didn't. I was like, well, I'm ready right now. Let's do it. Let's do this. You know, if I waited and I went in and took this other load and then came back and did my drug test, that could go against me. That could go against me. So never allow a company to do that to you. They say you got to take a drug test, you get in there and you do the drug test right now, as quick as possible. Unless you got something to hide, unless you need time to clean your system, that's another story. That's on you. But if you're clean,
In half a mile, turn left onto South Elwood International Road. Turn left. Speed limit reduced ahead.
if you're clean, don't take any chances. Don't take any chances. Wow, we must have a long line. Yep, we got a long line to get in this son of a gun. So I'm gonna be here for a minute. Alright, anyways, I forgot about that. So yeah, he would give us a whole month. Never do that. Never do that. Go get it done quick as possible. It could go against you. Don't let it backfire. Cover your own butt. Cover your assets. This day and age, you can't trust people. You know, expect the best, prepare for the worst. You know, cover your butt, cover your butt. People are crazy these days. You don't know. And this was 20 years ago that one thing happened to me. 20 years ago. And, you know, you can trust people less now than you could then. So, yeah, don't fall for that trap. Like I said, they may not be trying to entrap me, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what their intentions are, you know. So, get there as quick as possible. Get it out of the way. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it's better than having to go to court later like I had to. Well, I didn't actually have to go to court. I almost had to go to court. That was a stretch of the truth. I basically had to get a lawyer. I threatened to sue them. It almost went to court, but they went ahead and fixed my DAC report. I ended up losing a really good job, a really good contract, a government contract, because of those fuckers. And I could have made some fat dollars. They cost me a lot of money. Not to mention the fact that I had to hire a lawyer and threaten to go to court, do all this bullshit to get that crap off my DAC report, you know. So, and I actually made it there within the 2-hour window, and I got the drug test done, and they still tried to fuck me. So, yeah, I did everything by the book, and I still almost got screwed. So you don't go outside the box on this one. Don't go outside the box on this one. Run up there, get it done, lickety split. Don't put your career at risk. Don't put your career at risk. All right, bye.
A few moments later.
Hello.
Hey man, I see you're about to... Okay, you entered Home Depot right now. I need you to go grab that trailer that I dispatched you yesterday from the active place.
Okay.
Take it to the Chicago Ridge Yard.
Okay.
Do the drug test. And after that, another trailer is gonna be there around 11 a.m. And take that one to Wilmington, Ohio. So first, drop this one, take it empty. Go to the active place, grab that one, take it to Chicago Ridge, wait for the other one, and deliver that one tomorrow 10 a.m.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, alright. I will just put everything on transfer right now.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Thanks. Bye.